Hey students, wonderful geometry students. This is Dr. Conklin here to do a very short lesson today on symmetry. So we're going to turn to page 15 in our new Rigid Motions packet. How exciting. And we're going to go through just a little bit about symmetry. And I bet you guys already know this word. Symmetry is when one shape becomes exactly like the other. If you flip it, slide it, or turn it. So we're going to really focus on if you flip today. The next couple lessons next week, we're going to looking at sliding and turning as well. But one thing that comes up a lot in geometry is this idea of shapes carrying onto itself. So what does that mean if a shape carries onto itself? Well, as you guys know, I have excellent drawing skills. So I'm going to draw a pretty monarch butterfly. Shoop, there's one wing. Shoop, there's the other wing. And then here's the little guy. Oops. And then we'll put a smiley face on him. I don't know if we can fit it in. And he's got his little wings. Now, if this is carried onto itself, what I can do is I can take our little friend, the caterpillar. Well, he's not a caterpillar anymore. He's a beautiful butterfly. And if I fold him in half, and again, we're going to talk about this in a minute. This is a lighter color. This is a vertical carrying onto itself. I can fold him, and every little piece, so like this piece here is going to match with this piece here. This piece here is going to match with this piece here. So there's nothing left over or overlapping. So the definition we want you guys to put in your notes is we can fold it, and each part matches with no overlapping. So this is like a pretty picture. Again, my drawing skills, you can tell I haven't graduated from kindergarten yet. If you look at this drawing, you can see you could fold it over and it would still sort of, each part of the wing would match. But let's look at a geometry example just to make it a little bit clearer to you. Oh, I lost a couple of letters here. So let's say we actually have a triangle. By the power of the iPad, it should make this nice. Oh, is it gonna work? Nope. Try again. There we go. So if I look at this triangle, if I fold this vertically, again, I'm doing the best I can to make a nice straight line here. If I fold this vertically, you can almost see, and maybe I need to just move it over a little bit. It looks like this shape, here, one more time, guys. If I fold this vertically, you can see that like this corner, when I fold it, is going to match to here. Like this is going to match to here. This guy is going to match to here. Now, what would happen if I folded this not vertically? Oops, lost my triangle. There it is. If I didn't fold this vertically, but I folded it horizontally. Oh my goodness, I keep losing him. All right, let's just put our horizontal line in. So horizontal, or the horizon, is when we go like this. Now, if I fold this horizontally, what's going to happen is like this corner piece here, I'll put it in blue for us. If I fold this over, it's going to go up here. It's not going to match with anything. This is not going to match with anything down here, right? Even this one is going to sort of land in the middle of nowhere. This one would be here. So we actually would sort of have a shape that looks like this, right? So I could clearly color in, hey, these pieces don't match with anything. So that would be an example of wings that do not carry it on to itself. All that being said, symmetry is when we do have a shape carrying onto itself. So there are three different types of symmetry we're going to learn in this unit. First, we have line, rotational, lost the end there, and point symmetry. Oh, time for my next class. No, I'm going to keep doing the video. Just kidding. All right, now today we're just going to talk a little bit about line symmetry. Vertical line symmetry, which I already showed you guys, is when we fold a picture vertically and it mirrors each other. So I'll do examples in a minute. Horizontal, just like the horizon, is when we fold this way. And then if it has both, which is sort of cool, we can fold it vertically and horizontally, which actually sort of reminds us, if you guys look at this, this is sort of like the y and x axis. This would be sort of like the x axis. This would be sort of like the y axis. Just another way to think about it. So I actually just put some pictures up for you guys here. So I haven't ever had a chance to go. This is the Taj Mahal. I wonder if anyone's been there before. The Taj Mahal in India. So take a second. What kind of symmetry do you think this has? Again, 3 choices. Could have vertical, horizontal, or both. Okay, so if we look at this one, if I tried to fold it this way, you can see it's not really going to match up, even if I move the line up a little bit. But if I went right down the middle, and actually do you see how sort of that fountain, it's getting a little covered up by my line. Do you see that fountain, those little things in the fountain, it's actually completely vertical. So this has vertical symmetry, which is what some people probably would say makes it so amazing, right? This pole, if you fold it, matches with this pole. This guy matches with this guy, right? Just beautiful. Okay, and this actually is a picture. I did not take this actual picture, but I have hiked here. This is in Seattle, Washington. My brother actually lives there. I can't wait to see him soon. I missed seeing him this summer because of all this COVID stuff, but think to yourself, does this have vertical or horizontal symmetry? So if we look at this, you can actually see right here, and it's not really the whole picture, it's really sort of over here and here, but if you fold that, you can see the trees sort of match with each other. And again, they should match exactly, but it's still sort of cool. Oh yeah, these trees here too. Hello. And you can see the mountain up here. Oh my God, so beautiful. Yep, so if you ever have a chance to go to Seattle, beautiful, beautiful mountains. All right, and then let's look at our starfish. This is something you guys might have seen in the real world. Here we have our starfish. So let's ask ourselves, does this have vertical or horizontal symmetry? So if you look, we could definitely have vertical symmetry here. My line, right? We don't have horizontal symmetry here, but what we do have is something sort of neat. And we're going to talk about this in our next video. Ooh, that was not a good line. Oh dear. Sorry, guys. Do you guys notice we actually have a line symmetry here that's a little bit different, because this has many different places. Any of these lines that I drew, if you folded this over again, my lines aren't quite perfect, this would work. So this does have vertical symmetry right now, the way that it's pictured. If I moved the picture around, it actually could have a lot of symmetry. So we're going to talk about this more in future lessons, but this actually is an idea called rotational symmetry, that we can rotate it and the same picture comes back. And then one last one to review is, I want you guys to think about a letter. So try to think of a letter like A, B, C, D, E, F, G that has both horizontal and vertical symmetry. So I want you to think of one that has both. Okay? So one that does have both would be X, an uppercase X, because we can fold it this way and fold it that way, and every little piece matches and carries on to itself. So I hope you guys have a great day, and please be in touch if we can help at all. I'll draw you one quick flower. I don't know if it's going to be symmetrical or not. No, not symmetrical, but